videos, seriously y'all, it is hard work. I'm back with another video. I have been getting a lot of questions lately about my hair and my wash and go, and also the wash and go that I posted before. You know, people were commenting or commented to me, man, that's a long process, Steph. That's a lot of stuff to do. And what you don't understand or realize is that I do that right there is once a week. And the bentonite clay, I do like once a month. The bentonite clay, I wash my hair once a week. I have started something different, and I am going to tell you what I have found. I have found that all of these videos on how-tos and wash and goes, they don't mean anything until you know the moisture level of your hair. You are not even starting out with the same hair moisture level. I did not get that. It is going on 4 years for me, and I did not get that. I did not see this in any of these how-to video tutorials and my hair videos and my hair journey videos and everything. So I had to realize that I was starting out with really dry hair. Not initially when I first started with my natural hair journey, but when I colored it, don't do that either, unless you know what you're doing. But I colored my hair really early on in my journey, probably like so I wasn't quite 2 years natural yet, and I did a henna color, and then I did, well actually before my henna color I did manic panic. So you have to lighten the hair before you put that on and all that jazz. But in any event, that really dried my hair out and really broke off a lot of my hair too. I'm not opposed to hair color, don't get me wrong, people can do that. I realized that my hair, while it takes color really well, color is not the most beneficial for it. Hear what I'm saying? People color their hair and, you know, they're fine with it and they really keep up with their moisture and all that jazz. So, but I really had to understand my hair, the porosity, yes, because it's how you absorb, how your hair absorbs moisture. But also, I had to understand like what my maximum moisture level was, and I didn't understand that part. Like I needed to really get in there with moisture to make my hair its most healthy. At the beginning of this year, I decided that I was going to really work on length retention, and well, I guess length retention, but really it was like the overall health of my hair, because I'm like, man, 4 years and my hair looks like it's still at the same length, but I mean it has grown because it's like down here to my collarbone. But I know personally that my hair grows longer than that. From when I had a relaxer, my hair came to about, I just know that it wasn't at its fullest potential. So in any event, I decided that I was really going to focus on the overall health of my hair, in doing so hoping to get length retention. I went back to the basics, and I went back to the science of black hair, and then I also bought the Curly Girl Guide book. I initially did not believe, and I had seen and heard and yada yada yada, curly girl method, blah 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 blah. You know, like I had heard all about it and everything, and I just didn't think that it would work for my hair. You know, coily, coily hair. And so, but I got the book because I saw a video, a YouTube video of a girl whose hair was similar to mine. I'll put her link down below. But I was like, and she did a little bit more explaining about like how she got into the curly girl method and the modifications that she made for her. So the modifications that she made for herself. So I thought that.
Well, let me read about it, because all the videos they tell you how they do their curly girl method, all the YouTube girls, but they don't tell you like the book process. So I figured, well, let me get the book.
So I got the book and I read, and while I slightly understood the YouTube girls and what they were doing, the book, get the book. If you want to know anything about the curly girl method, get the book. Read it for yourself, because, and I'm not saying that other people are wrong, but they modify things for their own hair, right? I think everybody does, because you're like, well, this is what's going to work for my hair, or this is what I understand this to be. So, whereas some of the things that other people understood for that, like certain steps of the process, I understood something different. So, in any event, I'm just saying, read the book for yourself. So I'll just move on from there. Before I even started, I read and I, like got myself acclimated and really understood like what modifications I were gonna make for my hair. But in the beginning, it really was, and I remember my hairstylist saying this, like, she was trying to tell me to do the curly girl method, but she didn't explain like the why for things. So she said, wet your hair. Well, her explanation for why was a little different. So she said, wet your hair every day, and that's how you will help your hair to remember, or like for curl memory, something like that. And so
I was like, every day. She said every day. And I was like,
ain't nobody got time for that. See, and that's the problem with people. They don't have time for stuff. Well, make time. I, at that time, was not as committed, and I just did not feel like I needed to make time for it. So I was like, surely she can't mean every day. When she said every day, she meant every day. I'm just saying. But I did not do that. But at the beginning of this year, I was like, all right, I'm going to try it, and I'm going to say, I'm just going to wet it every day, just like the book says, to wet it every day. But from what I understood is that once you get your hair to the moisture level where your curls, just like your fingers glide through your curls with the conditioner in there, once you get there and they just clump, once you get there, you don't have to do it every day. You can figure out how long your moisture level stays there until you have to re-moisturize your hair. And so in reading the book, that's what I got, and I'm like, okay, so I don't always have to do it every day. So that made me feel like, okay, it's just this amount of time that I have to do it for every day, and then I can taper off. And that just didn't seem as overwhelming to me. It's just my mind, maybe. Maybe you feel the same way. I don't know. But I'm just telling you my experience. So that was the first thing. I modified it for me. I'm not going to tell you how I modified it, because what works for me may not work for you. And I also did a lot of research or time invested as far as what works for my hair, what doesn't. So that is my gift to you. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I did. I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what I did. Just because I want you to really go out and figure it out for yourself. Then that way you can say, this really worked for me. For the first 6 weeks, yes, 6 weeks, I wet my hair every day with conditioner. The way that the method tells, about 2.5 weeks, it was really more about seeing what worked, what products I had already on hand that actually worked for my hair, made my hair feel soft and really helped the curls and all that stuff, made my hair feel healthy. And so in those first 2.5 weeks, wetting my hair every day, I figured out that, guess what? Although dimethicone is curly girl friendly, my hair doesn't like it. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. A couple of the things that I use, like conditioners, I actually got from like Whole Foods. Check out as far as like all natural items, because I don't think that this company, either of these companies actually, are on the curly girl friendly list. I'm not sure. I didn't check like the whole list, but Nature's Gate is one of the brands, and also Alafia, all natural products. I started doing a pre-poo, which I thought was a lot of bogus. Like, wait, why would I wait? Why would I pre-poo before I poo? Anyway, why would I pre-poo before I shampoo? I thought, why would I pre-poo before I shampoo and then just wash it out? But that actually helps my hair absorb the water quicker when I get into the shower. I wash my hair once a week with shampoo. Yes, I use shampoo. No sulfate shampoo. I use the Trader Joe's Tea Trinkle. That's a good tea tree tingle. Tea trinkle. Anyway, whatever works for your hair is what I'm saying. So I wash my hair with shampoo once a week. I deep condition once a week. Once a month, I will use bentonite clay with amla powder in it. And then once a month, I will do a henna treatment for my hair. For my hair. I don't know what works for your hair. Let me just tell you what I did. I put conditioner on my hair before getting in the shower. If I did shampoo, the shampoo would go, like, I would get in, I would wet my hair, drench it, and I would shampoo just really my scalp, and then rinse that out. And then I condition, put the conditioner in, separate it into 4 sections, and finger comb each section, and then let that sit while I do the rest of my business. And I put in my leave-in conditioner, a cream, and then on the sections, and then I do gel. The thing about moisture is that my hair would puff up and frizz up, and I'd be like, my hair is ruined, and then I have to retwist again or whatever, you know, that whole process. And I'm like, how do people get, you know, second day hair, third day hair, or whatever? And it's because my hair wasn't moisturized. So that is kind of an idea of how, like, you know when your hair is moisturized. You can wear a wash and go, but your moisture level has, for it to look right, or for you to get whatever results that you're looking for. And most people, when they are looking to do their wash and goes, is not really washing and going, you know, it's washing with definition, you know, like wash, define, and go, pretty much. And so in order to get the definition of your curl, not definition that, you know, is just unrealistic, but when you wet your hair, those little coils and that curl that you see, that's the curl and coil of your hair. And if you're trying to do a wash and go, that's what you're trying to keep. So if you like those little curls and those little coils, then make sure that your hair has enough moisture to begin with. When you get that moisture level to where it's supposed to be, then your wash and goes will be like what you want them to be. My wash and goes are exactly what I want them to be now. You know, I got a ton of shrinkage, especially here. Yeah, check it out. See that snap back? 'Cause that's healthy. Your hair's supposed to snap back. Anyway, so before I started adding gel in, I liked the way that my hair was, but like I noticed that when I would wet it again the next day and do the finger combing, it was a lot, really detangled, and or really tangled rather. And so one day I was like, you know, let me try this gel. I have some Eco Styler gel, And so I was like, let me try this gel. So I did that along with my technique, my process and everything. At the end, I put the Eco Styler gel in and then let it dry. It did take a little bit longer to dry because of the Eco Styler gel. And I think that was really just me trying to figure out how much to put in and how, you know, like with a lot of product, it's gonna take longer. So the less product, you know, it helps to make it last longer, and it helps that when I do go back in to wet it again and do my conditioner and finger detangle, that it's not all tangled up and I'm not pulling out a ton of hair. That's my process for my curly girl method and everything, and I hope that this helps somebody. But really start out with moisturized hair, making sure that your moisture level is up to where you want it to be, or where it should be, what your hair needs. And that starts with wetting your hair every day. And I mean, it may take you shorter than the 6 weeks that it took me to get my moisture level up. It may take you longer than the 6 weeks that it took me to get my moisture level up. But starting out with reading and really figuring out what your hair does is the most important thing. Everybody's hair is like a fingerprint. No two are exactly alike. And I mean, that's to do with porosity, that's to do with shrinkage, that's to do with genes, you know? So hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully you take into consideration your moisture levels and really getting to know your hair and what you can do for your hair. Hopefully you take into consideration the time that it takes to get to know your hair, and that it's not going to happen just overnight. And like I said, I'm going into 4 years natural, and I'm like literally just getting the hang of things. So it may take some time. And hopefully that helps. Bye.